Arsalan Rezaei, a critic of Islam and the Iranian regime, has been politically assassinated, it appears, by Iran.
Happy Atheist Day to all. Arkadaşlar, Atheist gününüz kutlu olsun. Mabrak yom al-Atheist al-alami al-jami. Ruza Atheist رو به تمام خدانامآورهای فارسی زبان تبریک میگم.
This is your friendly neighborhood ex-Muslim. I'm not going to mince words here. This is a terrorist attack. An attack on freedom of thought, expression, and religion. According to the Council of Ex-Muslims in Britain, he was stabbed by 2 assailants at his home in Turkey, where he had fled as a refugee from Iran. He died in hospital the next day on 10th December, which is ironically International Human Rights Day. Rezaei was a well-known admin of Khurafat Qadeh, in Persian, the home of superstitions, on Instagram, Telegram, and YouTube. His assassination was announced on IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' official Telegram channel. In the Telegram post, it stated, "Apostates get what they deserve." It was also mentioned that Arsalan was anti-Islam and blasphemous. While the investigation into his murder is ongoing, it is highly probable that it was the work of the Islamic regime in Iran, which has stepped up kidnappings and the murder of dissidents. According to the Roji Kurd website, Arsalan Rezaei was a young man who was doing struggles against Iranian regime and criticizing the religion, particularly Islam. He had immigrated from Iran to Turkey some time ago to continue his political activities. Among his political activities was the management of several pages called Khurafat Qadeh, with tens of thousands of members on social media. In addition to republishing political news, these pages were widely disseminating content, images, and videos against the Iranian regime, as well as criticizing religions, especially Islam. Years ago, especially since 2015, with the Telegram epidemic in Iran, many autonomous pages were created in social media which completely broke the monopoly of the Iranian regime in publishing news. The majority of these independent pages were run by atheists, including Arsalan Rezaei, as an atheist whose main purpose was to criticize the religion and policies of the ruling regime in Iran. On December 10th, IRGC Cyber reported that Arsalan Rezaei had been assassinated in front of his home in Turkey. Although the IRGC has not officially claimed responsibility for his assassination, it's clear that they were responsible. Arsalan Rezaei has repeatedly stated explicitly that the real cause of the problems in Iran is the existence of the Iranian regime. He believed that the destruction of the regime would solve the fundamental problems in Iran. His assassination was not the first terrorist attack by the Iranian regime and Islamists. Hundreds of political activists abroad have been assassinated by the regime so far. Why does it bother Iran so much that people are leaving Islam? Why do they want the population to be Muslim? Because that is a strategy to control the masses. The status quo must be maintained no matter what. Iranians get arrested for not wearing the hijab, for making TikToks or music videos, for dancing too provocatively, for going to yoga classes. A man was executed for drinking alcohol. A teenager just the other day arrested for making pictures of herself looking like a zombie Angelina Jolie. The charges include blasphemy, inciting violence, gaining income through inappropriate means, and encouraging youths to corruption. She said she had been cleared of 2 of the 4 charges against her, but she didn't want to comment further because she's still hoping for a pardon. To make things worse, this particular lady has a history of diagnosed mental illness, making this 10-year sentence even crazier. As you can see, Iranians are punished for the most silliest and ridiculous things. And they're tired of it. They're tired of being repressed, of being controlled, of being forced to dress and behave a certain way, of not being able to express themselves, of not being able to criticize the regime for its excesses. And the regime went too far this time. Sending assassins into Turkey to murder dissidents is next level evil. If Turkey is cooperating with the Iranian regime, they need to be called to account for what they did. If we have the freedom to do so, we need to speak against these monsters and fight them with any way we can, with our words, with our voices, by speaking about it and not forgetting these murders of freedom. Women forced to wear hijab, teenagers arrested for simply being teenagers. Arsalan is gone, but we need to continue the fight on his behalf. Let's continue the struggle on behalf of him and all innocent people suffering under this cruel regime. Thanks for watching. Consider supporting my work if you can afford to do so. Join my Patreon or send a one-time donation on PayPal. Details are below. This is your friendly neighborhood ex-Muslim Abdullah Samir signing out.